Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. Guys, we're getting into the weekend. That makes me so happy. I'm so ready to rest, relax, chill out, and do all of the things. But before we do all of the things and chill out and rest and relax, which good luck, Adam, we have to talk about the fact that Lala Kent teased a lot of season 11 on Amazon Live. A lot. So before we jump in, do all the YouTube things, smash the like button, show some love. And also thank you to everyone who joined us today with Bravo Breaking News for Hot Messy Topics. And a huge thank you for checking out my exclusive interview with MTV's Teen Mom OG, Macy Bookout. Let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, you guys. So I was not kidding when I said Lala is teasing a lot about season 11, and we're going to mention it all. Thank you for, going on Amazon Live, Lala. So the first question was Lala yelling at Sandoval at the finale party? And she answered, there was a moment in time where I was kind of yelling at everybody. I was yelling at everybody. Anybody who was in my little circle that chose to enter the dragon's lair was being lit on fire. And after I was finished, they were like, okay. Oh no, it's a weird night. She's like, everybody was like, it's okay, you're fine. And I was fine, but I was yelling at everybody. She said, what a weird night. But it ended awesome, but just not what you would expect. When you were filming, you kind of know the drill, you know the story. And then all of a sudden you're filming season 11 and you're like, what's going on? Like, I mean, that makes sense. Life, you cannot make these things up. That's what's also so hard about reality TV. Even though you're making a show, it's your real life. And then you get over things and you got a few months until now everybody gets to judge something that you've already judged yourself for and gotten over. And it makes you want to crawl into a hole, which is actually really funny because that's what I hear in almost every interview. They're like, you film the show, you have to live through it. And then all of a sudden it comes back on and then you have to live through it again and under public scrutiny. All right. So next question for Lala. What does Lala think about Billie Lee? She said, I'm indifferent to Billie Lee. I don't really know her. She filmed with us. I want to say season 6 and 7. I thought the first season she was great. The second got a little wonky and I was like, I don't like this and I don't like what's being said. And I feel like we're not going to be each other's people. But I have nothing against her. She's never done anything directly to me. Oh, next question. Fans wanted to know, what is the tea with Joe? She said, I wish I could spill tea on Joe. You're going to have to see that one play out on camera. If you guys don't remember, I showed you a video. Joe was actually filming with Lala outside of a restaurant in Santa Monica called La La Land. So it was very fitting. Very, very fitting. Now, which season was more dramatic, season 10 or 11? Lala said, we can never... there will never be another season as dramatic as season 10. So many relationships had dissolved, and then one dissolved with the main cast members who were with other cast members. Again, you can't make that up. So if anyone is looking at season 11 to be insanity, like season 10 level, it's never going to happen. If that happened again for season 11, you then know that this is a scripted show because things like that, they just don't happen. They happen once in an entire season of television, if that. We're going to have a funky season 11, but that does not mean it's not going to be great. I do think it's going to be great, but if anybody is sitting there waiting for a repeat of season 10, you're dreaming. That moment is never coming back again because that was real life. All right, fair. Next question was, is Ariana friends with Kyle Chan? Isn't he friends with Sandoval? How does that work? She said, I'm still wondering how a lot of things work. Obviously, Ariana was at Kyle Chan's Gold Bar Whiskey event in San Francisco, which was the finale, so we'll have to wait and see about that. Lala was then asked, how is James doing? She said, and if you guys don't know, they're like good friends. She said, James is thriving. James is signed with a new DJ management company. He's DJing at some of the top nightclubs in the United States. I know that he has a tour coming up. I think he's so talented. And I told him the other day, Easton and I had a conversation in the car about you, James, and we think you're going to become an incredibly successful DJ at some point. The only person who would ever mess that up is James. But I think we're past that point. I think we're in the clear, and I think he's going to do great things. That was nice. And if you guys didn't see for his promo for his tour, you can go on James' Instagram. The promo looks absolutely freaking sick. And they start listing all of the different cities. And it was just one after another after another. I thought it was going to stop. It did not stop. What are Lala's thoughts on Ariana's new man? She said, I met him one time. I thought he was so kind. He has incredible hair, clearly works out very hard, and I liked him. And she likes him. So that's the most important part. Next question. How is filming with Sandoval? She said, again, it was a very strange season. Again, strange season. I think you guys will see how it was filming with everybody else, but I only know my point of view. It will be interesting to actually watch it and see the vibe of everything and everyone, because I don't know what conversations everyone had, and I don't know what people said behind everyone's backs, which is why the reunion is always so juicy. Then she was asked what happened to Charlie. I actually know the answer to this. I have no idea. I saw what she said in the Secrets Revealed about my life and my choices and X, Y, and Z, which I took very personally, and I was offended. So I don't really care where she is, what she's doing, where she's at. Bye, girl. I don't know you. I don't know her. And that's how I feel. Well, Charlie actually decided to opt out of her contract. What happened was she was like, she didn't like the terms of the contract. She didn't like what it said. She didn't like the language in the contract. She was asked back to the show, and she chose not to be a part of it. That is what happened. So, which I'm surprised that she was even asked back, really. How do you feel about Shorts' platinum blonde? She said, I dig the platinum blonde now that it's not gold. Okay. She also showed off a snake necklace, and she said, I'm really into snakes these days. Not the kind that look like Rachel, but the real kind. People on Instagram are going to be like, Lala refers to Rachel as a snake on Amazon Live. Well, I mean, kind of. Are you leaving the show? I'm letting the universe guide me. Wherever I'm supposed to end up is where I'll end up. And I'm sticking to that answer. Next question was, when is the new season going to air? I'm actually unsure about that. And then people wanted to know about this guy who was throwing stuff during the finale at Kyle Chan's party. And she said, number one, that was not a setup. There is no version on the planet that production or any network would be like, you know what, let's set up someone throwing glass everywhere. Like, we know people are sitting down. We know that there's open toe shoes, but let's have that happen. That is absolutely insane for anyone to think that that was a planned thing. Someone throwing a glass with the drinks, throwing the entire glass with drinks in it, and then picking up a vase that's probably half the size of me and hugging, he was like, if you saw him, he was holding it, but then he lugged it across the room. This guy was clearly intoxicated. He was a giant fan who continued to come into our area and act inappropriately, trying to get me to drink after I told him 17 times I was sober. Please remove this whiskey bottle from out of my grill. Thank you. He continued to do it. He was removed multiple times by security. He clearly was so gone that he felt the need, well, to come back over and over again. And at the end, he thought it would be cool that when things got heated to show his ass. And I don't know if they captured it on the big body cameras or if it was just captured on people's phones, but that's what happened. And we don't know who this guy is, but he seemed a little out of it. This was clearly not planned. People could have gotten very hurt by what he did. And I'm a little grossed out about his bad behavior. Actually, I'm a lot grossed out by his behavior. The reason it seemed so staged by Sandoval was because of Billie Lee's Instagram stories, is what another fan wrote. And she said, Sandoval 100% did not plan that. It was not staged by anybody. This guy had been removed multiple times. Oh, I think that's what you guys are talking about. Her stories saying he knew everything about her. I just think, without this sounding mean, there's a lot of people on the fringe of the show that want to have their moment of being on the show. And for some reason, they try to make something that has nothing to do with them about them. And I don't get it. Everyone knows it's always about me. So how could it be about you? I love the shade. She said it was not planned by Sandoval or Billie. I promise you that. This was some nutcase that had way too much to drink. Someone also asked Lala to talk about Rachel for the last 8 minutes of her Amazon Live. And she said, I don't have much to say about her. I know that's really boring, but I've kind of tuckered myself out with the past few months right after that happened. There was a solid period of time I was trolling her for at least a couple hours a day for a few months. And I think maybe that's why I'm in the zone of powering down, because I'm tired. She said, when it comes to people or Ariana addressing this season, why her and Sandoval are still living in the same house, will we see that play out on the show? And she said, you guys are going to have to see, because I know people have questions. We all have questions. Okay. Thank you for the season 11 spoilers, Lala. I am all about it. And I honestly think that this is going to be a great season. Like she said, if you want Scandival, you're not going to get Scandival, but that's okay. I don't even need Scandival. I'm just ready to watch this season. I'm past Scandival. Scandival has made me exhausted. So let's bring in some fresh new drama, some lighter drama, and see what the aftermath of Scandival actually look like. But guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. So go ahead, comment below. Let us know. And more importantly, before you go, smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.